Today we're embarking on an out-of-this-world journey as we explore 25 of the most intriguing UFO sightings ever captured on video. From mysterious lights in the sky to unexplained objects defying the laws of physics, these encounters will leave you questioning the limits of our understanding. So, buckle up and keep your eyes on the skies as we dive into the unknown with these 25 astonishing UFO videos. Now, before we begin, we'd just like to say that if you love our videos, then you'll love our podcast, Hit the Lights. Each episode, we shine a light on the darkest corners of our universe and world, discussing everything from UFO sightings and paranormal encounters to mind-bending conspiracy theories. The Hit the Lights podcast is your ultimate destination for all things enigmatic. So hit the lights, plug in your headphones, and prepare to be enlightened by the Hit the Lights podcast. Subscribe now and never miss an episode. Florida, 1st of Feb 2023. These eerie-looking UFOs were recorded over the skies of the Sunshine State in the city of Inverness, which is located within Citrus County, Florida. The person recording this video was able to capture the phenomenon as they headed back home in their car. Multiple glowing lights illuminate the sky in the video, which was filmed over Highway 44, a stretch of road that leads to a massive lake and also to the Gulf of Mexico. Many believe that our alien friends reside and/or have come from the bottom of mysterious lakes, oceans, or lochs around the globe. So could it be that what we are witnessing here are a collective group of alien spacecrafts making their way back home, a home that resides in the lakes of Citrus County? Take a good look and let us know what you think in the comments below. The next video was taken on September 21st, 2022 at around 9 PM in the evening and is certainly worth a watch. When locals noticed a mysterious group of orange orbs developing and hovering in the skies over the Pacific Ocean near San Diego, California, an eyewitness grabbed their phone and started recording. The orange spheres lingered in the sky for more than 30 minutes and could be seen from as far as New Mexico. Despite the NBC network reporting on the video and reaching out to local government and military organizations, nothing was officially disclosed or publicly discussed. What do you think is going on here? In this next video, which was shot in late 2021 in Chicago, Illinois, we can see numerous orbs in the night sky as they maneuver and shift into various formations, taking up lots of space in the atmosphere to say the least. The person recording the phenomenon tries their best to stabilize and zoom their camera onto the spheres, yet bizarrely they do not seem to resonate or amplify their visibility for the camera to focus or identify them. Could this be on purpose, some sort of defense mechanism or shield? It certainly wouldn't be surprising for extraterrestrials to disguise themselves and cover their tracks. But then again, this could easily be a fake. What do you think? In this next video, we see what looks to be very strange light force, which seems to twist and contort into corkscrew motions in the night sky. The video was taken sometime in October 2018 in the industrial city of Hohhot, located within the inner autonomous region of Mongolia, which also serves as its capital. The light display shoots across the sky, leaving a mysterious glowing trail behind it. As you can see from the video, there are multiple angles of the object, as concerned locals grabbed their phones and started recording what was happening above them. The light moves and shifts into various shapes and formations, from swirling around aimlessly to literally beaming down on the city itself. Some say this was the aftermath of a rocket launch. However, this would not and should not have occurred over a large populated area of an industrialized city due to health and safety restrictions. So, unwarranted or unidentified. What do you think? This video proves that at first glance, anything can be reported as being an unidentified flying object. According to the Sun newspaper in the United Kingdom, a family were left stunned after they claimed to have seen an alien spacecraft flying through the air. Sam Gibbons, 39, from Eastry in Kent, caught this strange entity and filmed it for more than 5 minutes, whilst on a walk with his family during a camping trip near Royston in Herefordshire. Along with his wife Charlotte and their 2 children, Sam couldn't help but record the entity and upload it to the popular social media app TikTok. The area itself is known to be a popular hotspot for UFO activity. However, there may be a logical explanation for this one. Everywhere else in the region, a separate video was posted, which documented a stunt pilot celebrating a local wedding, performing aerial acrobatic routines for their entertainment. However, it must be said that should one not have seen this alternative video, this may well have spooked the most hardened of skeptics. This one's a reminder to do your research if you do see something strange in the skies. The following video was taken on Sunday, March 26th of this very year, at approximately 11:51 AM in the southwest region of Spring Valley, Las Vegas. A small cube-like craft is seen to travel, according to the eyewitness, in a westerly direction from the southeast of the area. At first, the person behind the camera thought it was a large balloon of sorts. However, the object's direction and movement are not consistent with that of a weather balloon, even on a windy day. Whatever this is, it is moving at a very fast pace and at a high altitude towards the Spring Mountains. The witness used their iPhone 12 Pro Max's zoom function to its maximum capacity to get a better look, and was amazed to find that it resembled a spinning cube, almost like a poker dice. The spinning changed the shape of the craft, resulting in it pulsating and moulding into the form of an acorn. In this video, taken in 2018 during the Woolsey fire that occurred in the grassy woodlands of northern Los Angeles, we see something that makes us turn our heads from the chaos and devastation affecting those involved. News, military, and emergency services take to the skies to report and assist in the documentation of the horrific turmoil, as well as the rescue efforts. Whilst the investigation is being broadcast live by a news helicopter, out of the blue and from behind the smoky clouds, an extremely large, barely visible cigar-shaped object comes into view. Science writer and video analyst Mick West, who has seen his fair share of wildfires over the years, says that it could be a container ship that was on the water at the time within the Pacific Ocean. West calculated coordinates, angles, and positions of all known helicopters in the vicinity, as well as ocean freight containers in the waters at the time, and believes that the camera could well have picked up a freighter ship based on the skewered, tilted angle of the camera. But many dispute this claim and believe it is still unexplained. What do you think? On the 7th of July 2022, a dark-coloured entity is seen flying through the air at fast speeds and parallel with the power lines of the local area. The person behind the camera states that during the closing of his workplace within an industrial complex, he caught a glimpse of the silent silverfish grey sphere. It is said to have zigzagged and flew horizontally without attracting much attention. However, according to the eyewitness after filming, the sphere made a left turn before flying up into the clouds and disappearing out of sight. This one was filmed in Alberta, Canada, and Canada is known for numerous sightings of unidentified flying objects, as well as other supernatural and paranormal legends. Considering its colossal size and masses of untouched woods, lakes, and mountains, it is not unusual to presume that extraterrestrials see this country as a personal hotspot for their aerial agendas. So could this just be a balloon, or something more sinister? What do you think? This video was taken by an eyewitness whilst they were on the deck at their home in the eastern state of Pennsylvania in the United States on March 16, 2023. Though the city or town is not specified, in this instance the video speaks for itself. After going out to the deck for a cigarette, the person recording happened to notice these two extremely large-looking blue lights as they intermittently flash in the cloudy skies above, before shooting off at an astonishing speed into the distance. Not much else is known of the witness, the specific area, or what else was going on at the time. However, it is said that a secret underground base is most likely nearby and may have something to do with what happened here. The lights, which are perfectly side by side, could be part of a larger vessel. It would certainly resemble that of the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, or the infamous DeLorean car from Back to the Future, neither of which are real, but aliens could well be. What do you make of this one? Here's an interesting one. Normally when one thinks of UFO sightings, we imagine them in the skies above. But as the saying goes, as above, so below. The following is taken from the air, looking down on the mountainous landscape of Antarctica. It took place in October 2020, when Brad Olson, a satellite navigational observer, scanned images from the untouched region, when he came across an enormously large, circular-shaped metallic craft lodged within the ice. From the casting shadow underneath, that whatever it is slightly raised from the ground. It is the perfect hiding spot for our alien friends to park their vehicle and have a look around. If this is real, then it could be the answer to so many questions with regards to the UFO enigma. However, it looks a little too good to be true. What do you think? When a local resident decides to go outside and film the Northern Lights phenomenon, they were more than surprised to catch something altogether different. 4 large luminous balls of greenish-blue light congregate and seem to give birth to another set of lights. From there, it just gets more bizarre. As the duplicated lights emit bolts of obscuring lightning, another set of lights pop up right next to them. This was filmed in Norway in 2019, but what could it be? Some believe it's a chemical experimentation performed by NASA. Some believe it's a natural phenomenon, and others believe it is in fact alien visitors from another world. What do you believe? In the central European country of Slovakia, an eyewitness managed to record something that hit the internet and got people talking. During the festivities and ongoing fireworks in the lead up to and including the turn of the year, a pink-coloured sphere is seen to float directly towards the moon. As you can see, the object comes to an abrupt stop before hovering for the rest of the video as the celebrations continue down below. It's definitely large in size, especially as it's easily detected by the camera, and it's strange that it remained stagnant for so long in midair. The onlooker reported that not long after turning the camera off, the UFO shot up and into the clouds, disappearing out of sight. During a mountain bike trek, the person recording the next video had to stop in his tracks after being stunned by what he witnessed and subsequently recorded in the skies above Phoenix, Arizona, on the 8th of February 2023. From the video, we can see a dark, diamond-shaped object as it slowly drifts across the daytime sky amongst the busy heights of the region, as multiple aeroplanes were also spotted and recorded at the same time. It is easy to see that this is much larger in size and has no distinct features of a normal aircraft. However, most of the video is hard to identify as it's not filmed in full zoom. The eyewitness noted that I could see planes all around and hear them, but I could not ID this object. Could this be a drone, a weather balloon, or something else entirely? This one is very recent. It was filmed in March 2nd, 2023, in the metropolitan area of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Many have stated that the following resembles the infamous Phoenix Lights phenomenon. The person recording this one is definitely in a good spot to capture aerial anomalies, as they seem to be on one of the upper floors of a residential building within the area. Whatever this is, it is certainly not an aeroplane. It could be an extremely large drone or weird reflection from one of the window panes. However, the eyewitness states that I felt my room vibrate and this low vibration in my stomach before looking outside and seeing this absolutely massive object passing by my window. They also note that after recording for approximately 12 minutes, the boomerang-shaped entity drifted in the same direction of the vibrations they felt. Many claim to experience a low humming sound or vibration when they witness a UFO. So could this be one of those instances? Another recent UFO sighting has made the rounds online and has been broadcast across local news stations in Italy. The following was recorded on March 14th, 2023 at around 7 AM by a local bystander who decided to step outside for an early morning cigarette in Salerno, the ancient city and commune in Campania, southwestern Italy. After deducting that the 4 black circular objects were not birds or balloons, the person grabbed their phone and started filming. At one point during the video, we can see that at least 2 of the discs begin to emit some sort of light force between each other as they continue their ascent into the sky. According to the Ufological Center of the Mediterranean, this one has been labelled as unsolved, despite receiving multiple sighting reports and possible explanations. This one is pretty scary, no matter what you believe or which conclusion you decide to take. Hundreds of people are seen to line the streets in an unnamed region of China. The reason for such a large gathering is due to the fact that reports had circulated regarding the government's attempts to launch an artificial sun into the sky. Twitter reported that the PRC had also set a new world record for superheating plasma to more than 5 times the heat of the sun itself. However, Chinese authorities would later quash these rumours by stating it was actually a rocket that had been launched from a space centre in Guangdong. Knowing that the state broadcast, news reports and social media outlets are highly monitored, restricted and potentially manipulated by the Chinese government, the possibility of attempting to recreate the sun is something that would give one chills, especially as the country itself is considered to be the most powerful nation in the world. This next video made the headlines and was reported by the New York Post. Take a look.
See, everything is clear, nothing, and boom, there you go. There it is. Still, it's not moving, it's just my camera that's moving, my hand that is moving.
According to the reports, the date of the sighting took place sometime in February 2023 in Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. As you can see, even though the footage is unsteady and grainy, it looks like a triangular-shaped object hovering in the air above a populated area of the city. It is definitely dark and a little bizarre, considering it remained in the same position for several hours and was apparently seen from 2 different cities. According to the NYP, it was solid black and had no sharp edges. It wasn't reflecting too much light, and no lights were emanating from it. British-born businessman Arslan Warich was the man behind the camera on this one, and was in the affluent DHA1 district of Islamabad when he saw the entity above. The 33-year-old stated that it was extremely strange for our military to be flying secret drones over a posh area of Islamabad, where most of the army and government officers live. So what do you think? An army drone, a mysterious fighter jet, or an actual UFO? Many people claim to have seen an unidentified flying object whilst at high altitude, whether it be on an aeroplane, paragliding, or on a mountaintop. While the following video was recorded and posted online via the Canadian daytime show Breakfast Television, the baffled reporters discuss what seems to be a shape-shifting UFO, which was originally uploaded on Facebook in June 2021 and recorded from the inside of a passenger plane. As you can see, within a matter of a few seconds, the cloudy, ghost-like figure changes size and visibility as the person tries to keep focus. This one has divided the internet, and many have several explanations, such as a simple, lonely cloud in the sky, an obscure reflection from the plane's window, or even more bizarrely, a mystical spirit or guardian angel watching over the passengers. What's your thoughts on this one? On the 16th of September 2022, the following was recorded over the populous capital of Utah, Salt Lake City in the USA. As the early evening approached and the sun began to set, the eyewitness of this video happened to notice a large, triangular-shaped entity hovering above the city. The night is very clear, so the visibility is really good on this one, as the person zooms in to catch a better glimpse of the flying pyramid, as it floats lifelessly in the air. As the video progresses, the object moves ever so slowly towards the north of the region, before eventually disappearing out of sight. Calculations stated that the craft was approximately 60 to 75 foot in length and was hovering at an altitude of 1,250 to 1,500 foot above Salt Lake. This is definitely one to watch again. We've all heard of the Gimbal UFO phenomenon. For those of us who are interested in extraterrestrials, UFOs and all things related to conspiracies, this video will definitely be on your radar. The object itself was captured on video by the Pentagon via the US Navy jet's gimbal camera system, and has subsequently made the rounds on the internet and been discussed by countless scientists, astronomers and physicists. The original footage was apparently taken in 2004 and was confirmed by the Navy as genuine in September 2019, before being disclosed and released 1 year later. According to retired US Navy pilot David Fravor, as I got close to it, it rapidly accelerated to the south and disappeared in less than 2 seconds. This alternative video shows the craft in a different light, and is just as startling as the original black and white footage. Alternative 3D reenactments have also been generated and posted using AI intelligence, which have many people confused when trying to explain what this craft could be. Have a look at this one again, especially the slowed down segment, and let us know your thoughts. Now here's one which I'm sure will divide many of you. Logan Paul, the American social media star, who also happens to be an actor, boxer and part-time WWE wrestler, has managed to accumulate millions of fans from across the globe through his various online ventures and businesses. Whether you love him or hate him, Paul shows no sign of slowing down. While in this short video posted by Logan during a trip to Stonehenge, it shows what seems to be a mammoth UFO craft hovering above the famous stone structure. The photograph shown on the video was taken by a Polaroid camera and is definitely worth a look. Could this be an alien mothership visiting the mysterious landmark in Wiltshire that was only visible by the camera? Or could this just be mere clickbait, a social media prank by a megastar whose business is to gain and maintain his online status? What do you think? In today's modern world, drones and aerial light displays are commonplace. For many, these fascinating machines and their capabilities are necessary for entertainment, evidence gathering, and government protection. For others, they can be considered evil, malicious hardware, hell-bent on keeping us all under the watchful eye of Big Brother. In this video, shot on March 11th, 2023 in Wales, it shows 4 large, brightly lit orbs as they fly around the sky in various directions at high speed. Despite the time and location being withheld, as well as the footage being rather grainy, which some may say is convenient, the spheres are definitely strange, especially as they seem to disappear near the end of the clip. The obvious explanation would be drones in this instance, but then again, when it comes to conspiracy theories and extraterrestrial intelligence, nothing is completely obvious. What do you think? Not much is known about this next clip. However, it's definitely worth mentioning in this list, as it certainly looks legitimate in some aspects. Aesthetically, it corresponds to the nighttime graininess and resembles numerous unidentified flying objects that have been reported over the years. Many people have claimed to have seen large, triangular-shaped crafts in the skies above, which hover, flash, and move at various speeds. The light display on the underside of this aerial enigma is congruent with the colours that witnesses claim to have seen on other mysterious crafts. As mentioned, there is limited information on this one, which in a way makes it even more entertaining and perplexing. Could this be a secret government air project or an actual alien spaceship? What do you think? Now we're nearing up to the end of this video, and this one is pretty bizarre to say the least. In this footage, we see a very large, extremely bright UFO as it flies across the sky at rapid speed. The footage has recently hit the internet after being shared multiple times and has got many people talking. From what we know, this is very recent from the time this video was uploaded, in April 2023, and was caught by a local resident's CCTV camera somewhere in the transcontinental country of Kazakhstan. Though the entity is easy to spot, despite its speed, its distinct features are a bit more difficult to identify due to the capsule's sheer brightness. What we can decipher is that it appears to be cigar-shaped, which is a common characteristic, and has been the subject of numerous reports by UFO eyewitnesses. What we are looking at here may be a fighter jet, or even a trick of the light, or perhaps something else which is not of this world. And so we arrive at the end of our list of 25 UFOs caught on camera. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and would love to hear your feedback on any or all of the videos shown today. We're going to end with a mysterious flying saucer that was spotted and filmed on April 2022 in the forests of the South American country of Bolivia. This video, captured by local civilians, shows a large disc-shaped craft hovering in the air before it slowly descends behind the hilly region and eventually out of sight, as if it's preparing to land. The video is quickly shared, broadcast and discussed by several South American news outlets and continues to set the UFO community alight with comments and possible explanations. What is even more exciting is that it has recently been announced that the Bolivian government has launched a major investigation into the incident. The truth is out there, everyone. We hope this list is testament to such a universal phenomenon, and although we certainly cannot say that all these videos are authentic and real, it certainly makes you wonder what's out there. I can tell you that we look forward as we edge closer and closer to finding the truth. Thanks for watching, and if you have nothing planned this evening, then when the sun sets, head on out, even just for half an hour, and stare at the sky. You never know what you're going to see. Thanks for watching, and keep searching.